What's up, YouTube? I'm back at it again. Today I am working on my truck, and started out with putting new shocks on it because my shocks have been bad. And then I realized I got glow plugs that are out. Okay, I'll do that while I have the wheel well open, as well as fuel filter for the Duramax diesel needs to be replaced. My fuel filter is down there in that little cavity. I got to pull the wheel well off this, so I'll get to that in a minute. But I'm going to start with showing you pretty much the glow plugs. If you've never replaced your glow plugs, if you ever get your check engine light code comes on, you read the code, it'll tell you what it is. It'll say which glow plug is bad. In this case, originally I had number 6 that was out, and then when I plugged my code scanner in, it had been a little bit before I'd put a new one in, because I was kind of waiting to do some work on it. Ideally, you should replace all of them at one time, but and I think I've replaced probably 2 of them at one time, 2 already, and this is my 3rd or 4th one going out now. So if you look up, you plug your code scanner in, and you're gonna get a P. Well, what I got was a P0672. You look that up, and it says glow plug 2 is open. Okay, P0676 represents glow plug number 6 is open. Now I'll show you where the glow plugs are, if you're ever curious. Now I got one taken out. Now let me show you this. The order of the glow plugs on these Duramaxes. So if you ever want to know which one it is, you can Google it. It'll tell you. Just say your cylinder number for what truck on your truck. So remember this. Here's the fan in the front of the engine. So if you're looking at the picture, you have cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, cylinder 4, cylinder 5, cylinder 6, 7, and 8. So in my case, number 2, which is the first one here, and number 6, which will be the 3rd one over, are bad. So 2 and 6. And I already have one of them out, and I'll show you exactly where they're at. If you look inside the block here, where your cylinders are, you see your exhaust manifold that's mounted to the side there. You'll see a little wire, and there's the wire for one of them. I already pulled it out, but you see that hole right there? Right there? That's where the glow plug goes in. Now, one that's not out yet is right there. You see that screw right there? That's cylinder number 6's glow plug. I'm going to pull that one out. So they're pretty simple as far as coming them out. So you see there's a little 8mm nut that comes off, and then you pull off that wire terminal, and then the base behind it is a 12mm nut that you're gonna, actually the body of it is a 12mm head that you'd use to pull it off. You pretty much do it nice and slow, turn it counterclockwise, loosen it, pull it out, and then when it's done, it'll look like this. That's a glow plug. But you see how you have your thread on the end for the nut that holds the screw, and then the body there is a 12mm. Now this is bad, number 2, and I'm going to also do number 6. So it's pretty easy. It just pretty much slides right out of that hole, and then you pop a new one in. I would recommend putting some kind of a never seize right here, a little bit of never seize on the threads because of the heat, and also if you ever do have to replace it out next time, it won't break in there. So I'm going to show you how to test a glow plug. Okay, side by side I have the old one and a new one. So just to make sure that it is bad, let's test the continuity on a new one. So we're going to put our meter onto the omega symbol there, which is ohms. We're going to put one lead on the screw where the screw mounts to. Okay, right there. And then the other end's going to go to the body. Let's make sure they're both touching. And my resistance value is about 0.8 ohms. That's what I want on a good working conditional one. Now, let's just test the other one. Here's the bad one. Put it on that. Okay. And we're going to test that. Look at that. 17.9 k ohms. So that's 17,089 ohms of resistance, which is bad. So if I can if you know electricity, you'd understand that higher resistance is going to create lower amperage draw. So there it is. So we're going to put a new one in here and we'll place it. Okay, put a little bit of never sees there on the threads. That way when it gets hot in here, if anybody ever has to take this thing back out, they're not screwed. I should have pulled the nut off first. Let's pull the nut off. I'll start the threads a little bit in there. Can't really see that, huh? Okay, got my nut off. Whee! Done, man. Wish I had a videographer to hold this for me. I'm just gonna tighten this thing up until it's like hand threaded in always. Don't cross thread that sucker. You'll just get in trouble later. Okay. I had my wrench. Ah, there it is. Okay, remember, 12 millimeter wrench here. Do a little bit at a time. I decided to work smarter, not harder. So I got a little ratchet, a little deep socket. Put it over there. Okay, getting in a little bit at a time. Once you start feeling it tight, don't get too much torque on it, messing up to get it tight. Okay, put your wire back over. Okay, right there. We'll get our new nut. This is the fun part, don't drop it. Otherwise you're in trouble. Make sure you hand thread her on there real good first. Get it nice and tight. Finger tight as much as you can. Oh, I just dropped my wrench down there. Okay. Oh, guess what? I think the new nut's different size. That's a 12. What did I say? 8 millimeter? Looks like the new one's a 8 or 7. Yeah, the new one. So the OEM one's a 8 millimeter, and this one's a 7 millimeter. And there you go. Nice and tight. It's on there. So now I'm gonna do the next one. The only problem is I only have one glow plug, so because I wasn't expecting 2 to be out, so I gotta go to the store and buy another one. But pretty much that's it. Pretty much take the screw off, the nut off the screw or the thread, put the wire back on, pull the new one out, put a little bit of never sees on the end of those threads, so that if it ever does have to come out again, you know, it's not gonna break off, because I've seen these things break out and it sucks. So yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. Hopefully it helped some of you guys out. Do me a favor, you know, smash that like button, leave a comment if you have any questions. I'd dearly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll put more videos out. I've been a busy guy, so it hasn't been the biggest priority for me. But if you guys want to see anything else, you know, I'd love to put out what I can. Well, thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day, everybody. Peace out.